Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, March 18th. It's about 5:30 in the evening. It's been a full day today, and looking forward to having a video conversation with our Wednesday church community tonight to check in and listen for the Spirit of God at work. As we get into the email today, it'll be brief, but I want to open with a poem that has been passed along to me from Marianne Evanchek. And from Marianne Evanchek, it came from former pastor Arlen Satoff. And before him, I believe it came from a faith community that passed it along to him. And so please know that this is a poem from Kitty O'Meara that'll serve as our centering prayer for this video. It says, "And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently, and the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed, and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed." Again, that poem is from Kitty O'Meara. A chance for us, many of us that have had chances to be outside a little bit more than normal these last few days, to think about how the Spirit may be bringing about healing in our lives, and not just for us, but also for the earth in the midst of fearing and worrying about a virus that may be on the air, passing from one person to another. Perhaps this can be a time of healing as well. We had a video conversation earlier today with about 12 people. Some were able to engage more fully than others. But I'm thankful for everybody that tried it out. And we had a good conversation of checking in. And there were 4 questions that we checked in about. The first is something that you are grateful for. And we went around to everybody that was on the call and listened for how their hearts were grateful in this day. The second thing that we checked in about was how people were feeling anxious or worried, and what were those anxieties of worries that people were feeling in that time. And we all know that many of us do have deep anxieties. For me, it's quite a bit of anxiety and worry for the communities around us. Angela, Sam, and I were in decent financial position at the moment. We have work, we're healthy, but we know that that isn't true for everyone around us. And how it is that we as a community will respond to serve one another and help each other out, especially those who are vulnerable, is an anxiety and worry still on my heart and mind. Many of the people on the call have family members that are struggling and that they're worried about. For some, it was family members that are in the medical service industry, people who are caring for the sick at this time. For others, it's folks simply that have their work life adjusted or changed. And particularly for others, it's the elderly and those who are now confined and not able to connect as often. So know that we have plenty of those anxieties and worries in our communities. But the third thing we checked in about is, what are the opportunities that lie in front of us? What are the opportunities that the Spirit are providing for us in this time? And the fourth thing that we checked in about was, what are your needs? What do you need today from God, from your family, from us as your church community? And I'll encourage you, as you have a chance to listen to this video, maybe you can go back and scroll through all these items again, but maybe answer those 4 questions for yourself tonight. What is something you're grateful for? What is something that you're anxious or worried about? What is an opportunity that the Spirit is providing for you? And what is a need that you have? I'd love to hear your responses if you would be vulnerable enough to share them. And I would love to be in dialogue with you, as we were as a community on the video call earlier today. You can always send those to me via email or give me a call. We will have more opportunities to connect as a community here in the near future. Keep an eye on the email box, and I will continue to send out information as we have it. And we'll look forward to continuing to be in touch and caring for one another in this time. God's peace be with you all.